That is not in the right position at all. Let's get you over there. There we go. You see, you can quite like that. Oh, I should probably adjust this a little bit too. There we go. Hey, Gracie. Hi. That's all right, Gracie. You're playing your new games, I guess, which is understandable. Yeah, yeah, late start. It's I had a little bit of a nap after work, and I've had to get myself into the right mindset. Hi, Jojo. Good to see you. How you doing? Hope your day's been good, Gracie, and you, Jojo. Hope you've had good ones. Mine's been an interesting day for sure. Hey, Sparker's in. How you doing, Sparker? Good to see you. Hmm. Yeah, it's yeah, it's been an eventful day. I can say that much. In a way, anyway. Just most of it in my head, I think. But yeah, a few weird interactions today. Um, yeah, it is really tasty in here. It's been on for a while now. I've used like one of my heat logs, a little bit of stuff that was left over from last night's burning, and yeah, just it's got everything in here. So tasty. It's really lovely. I'm really enjoying it. I've got Lee in. Hi, Lee. He says, "Good evening, my friend. Hope you are well this evening. We've had really bad weather in central Scotland. It seems to be calming down now. Oh, that's good to hear it's calming down. Yeah, we definitely had some slightly harsher weather earlier in the week, but we've been all right down here, to be fair. It's not been that bad at all. It's been quite mild this week. It's been crazy. So I've barely used any fuel to. This is mostly just for ambience and making things really cozy. Just trying to put myself in a better mood, having a nice cozy fire. Yeah, yeah. It's been a weird one, Jojo. It's there's been some good stuff and not so good stuff today. It's one of those days where I've had several interactions where yeah, just they've taken a bit of an emotional toll, let's say. So yeah, just reminders of my current situation in a way, um, and past situations. So yeah, it's just not always nice like that. But some positive stuff. I weighed myself this morning, which I do periodically just to see how my diet is going. And for the first time since I ever weighed myself after being like I don't know, like basically I know that recently I think I think it was probably about 3 weeks or so ago. I'm not sure exactly. I don't do like a whole diary thing and time scale this stuff, but I know it's probably because I normally weigh myself every sort of couple of weeks, give or take. Sometimes it's less than that, a week and a half, just whenever I feel like doing it, really. Um, and I have a rule: I do it in the morning. I wake up, go to the toilet to do a number one to get the bladder empty, and then I weigh myself. So I'm basically like at a kind of like a base kind of thing. I haven't eaten anything for the day, haven't been drinking anything, and so I just get to see sort of what my weight is. And I guess maybe last night's meal, depending on size, might have an effect, but we won't worry about that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on tangents already. I weighed myself today, and for the first time ever that I can remember, I weighed less than 15 stone, which is a real milestone because that's the last time I tried a diet, which like properly, like and I got some success. I mean, I've done because my weight's fluctuated over, I don't know, the last sort of decade and a half. I mean, before that, I was just kind of gaining all the time, and through my 20s for sure. But like my 30s just fluctuated. Tried to like do some dieting, and then I would bounce back up to a higher weight, try a bit again. The most successful dieting I ever did, I got down to 15 stone 3 pounds and change. Um, and yeah, a few weeks ago, I managed to get to that same level, and I was really happy with it. And then today, I've weighed myself again, and I am now sub 15 stone, and I'm loving that. I'm like, wow, that was properly sort of, that was a good start to the day. And then yeah, then the first hiccup of like basic interactions with my parents, which is never a good thing. Um, and that didn't really put me in a good frame of mind. And then I was doing a lot of thinking while I was working, and I came up with what I think might well be the new name for the channel, which I am quite happy about. I really like it. I've checked it. It's available. It's nothing to do with anything that I've suggested in the past, but yeah, that's and then yeah, it's just a few more interactions in the day. Well, a couple more that have left me feeling a little bit like a little bit raw. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag basically. Lee Grant's like, don't weigh yourself before Xmas. Nah, it's I like to keep a track. It's not so I don't look at it and trying to like do target weights or anything. I don't have a clue what I'm aiming to get down to in terms of a number. That's more just for me to see a guide to see how I've been doing. So if I feel like I need to make an adjustment to the diet to get it where I want, but I'm not all religious about always like trying to get the number down lower at one time after another. Like so, sometimes I'll even go up a little bit. Like there was a period there after the breakup with Louise where I definitely kind of went back up a couple of pounds. But that was to be expected. You know, I lost a little bit of self-control while I was dealing with some emotions. I know that my eating habits come mostly from sort of like an emotional stance, sort of like essentially a way of what they call it, like a coping mechanism, kind of like, you know, comfort eating, basically, yeah, for want of a better word. Yeah, but I don't worry about like, you know, the weighing in is just me tracking to see how I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know what weight I'm looking to get down to. I just know that I want to sort of look in the mirror and like what I see, but also like feel healthy. And I'm feeling healthier and healthier all the time, which is the thing that keeps spurring me on, to be fair. The feeling of being lighter than I used to be is really weird. Like you don't notice that as you're gaining it. I will say that much. You don't notice like that often how like, because it's a real slow kind of like insidious way of just like you're adding on. You don't even notice it. But as I'm going back down the stages, I'm noticing where I was before and like going, oh, so this is when I felt like it was okay because basically I looked like this, but then, and I can see why I didn't notice it afterwards. And you kind of have these little bits where you notice it and then you don't, and then you do notice it, and then, but you kind of almost convince yourself that somehow you're not gaining more weight, you're just fluctuating. But actually the fluctuations were slowly but surely going in an up and an up direction. Now it's more of a general downtick, which is a much better way to be going. But it's so weird because I notice it more this way down. Like going down is it's so much more obvious, and just every little thing changes. So like just walking and moving around in the day, I just feel a lot lighter. It's a strange feeling. It really is. Spark is good. That's good. Yeah, so quite a late one for you, Gracie, but glad to see you in. Then he's saying, I'm the same, I'm late 40s now, and I know it gets harder to shift weight. Yeah, you're not joking. Mind you, it's not proven as hard as I thought it was. The way that I'm doing it, I'm finding it's all about the habits thing. I've been talking about this a lot recently about the whole you have to replace one habit with another. Eating is definitely one of my habits that is the bad habits. And like today, yeah, I had a little bit of, like, I basically had some M&Ms after dinner, but I knew that I was going to do that, so I switched my dinner from something like yesterday. I had a big old dinner. I had a big old spaghetti bolognese that basically, you know, loads of calories in it. You've got loads of pasta, cheese, and stuff like that. So it's you know, it's not a dieting meal at all. But I don't try to diet every day. It's like in terms of what I eat. It's more about trying to keep the portions reasonable. Something I noticed, I don't know, a while back now, a few months back, was there was a point, I think, yeah, about 2 or 3 months ago, where I realised I got to a weight level where my body couldn't just draw on my reserves, like basically the fat, as easy as it could because there wasn't as much. So I started to notice that if I didn't eat like before that, if I just kept to, I try to aim for about 2 to 2,500 calories a day, knowing that that will leave me a deficit of whatever I'm burning off. And I've in the past, on the last time I was trying to like focus on my health and stuff, I had a Pixel Watch, which I have, but I don't use anymore. But that did track my basically my heart rate and everything, and with all my stats in, it was able to tell me how many calories a day I was burning. And I'm aware that at my with the weight that I was then, because obviously the heavier you are, the more you're moving around, the more energy it takes. It was very clear there was never a day that I was using less than 3,500 calories. Um, and any kind of moderate active day would be more like about 4 to 4.5. And I think there were days where I might be pushing up to maybe even the 5,000 calorie mark if I was doing like, all day hiking or something like that, especially if there's a lot of uphill. Uh, and so I realized, okay, I don't need to be eating just like the last time I had a successful diet, I was only eating about 12 to 1400 calories a day, because I'd read some stuff about how basically an average adult male needs about 2,500, and that's nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. That's like a guy sitting at his desk doing nothing all day, maybe. So anyway, I sort of tracked that, realised where I need to be, and long story short, I noticed that in the early stages, like I could get away with not worrying about eating a little bit more on days when I'm very active, i.e., when I'm working, carrying around my heavy ladders and going up and down them all day. So it's a very active job. Um, and yeah, I noticed there was this point where I started notice I really felt it, and I was struggling to actually like recover for the next day if I didn't eat a bit more on those work days. So now I have this habit of when I'm on my working week, I will eat a little bit more than I will on the week when I have the boys, because I'm not doing quite as much physical activity. It's just not as consistent throughout the day. And yeah, so basically, today I knew I was going to have some M&Ms afterwards, and that, because I just poked myself up. But I didn't have a heavy meal. I just went with a beef and veg soup, and had a little bit of bread on the side, some nice sort of multi-grain sort of stuff that's relatively healthy. It's got some fibre in it, at least for me. And yeah, so the dinner itself wasn't a huge amount of calories, but then, kind of replaced it with some M&Ms. So not always healthy food, but yeah, we get there. We get there. So we've got Jojo saying very much to do with mental health. Yeah, mental health is very important, and I think it's one of these things. It's like I said, it's the habit. So a treat is nice, but it's a treat, it shouldn't be a habit, like a daily thing. David saying I'm 40 now, goes too quickly. Yeah, it does. Um, hey Gracie, she says, hey, how far behind am I? Oh, I'm a bit behind. I'm going to go quick for all these. Right, so what we got. Yeah, a bit of stress eating, yeah. Right, so are there many ghosts in London? I don't know. Don't live in London. Um, is that a Helena? Am I saying it right? Hi, Helena. Nice to have you in. Yeah, a bit of stress eating happens all the time, I tell you, yeah. It's easy done. Yeah, I guess it is not. It is nearly 10 p.m. Gracie, you're right. I don't know, Gracie. We might be earlier tomorrow. I honestly don't know what my plans are tomorrow at this point. All I know is my friend Lucas will be coming by about 10:15 to do some chess with me and give me some more wood, which is nice of him. So we'll probably be wrapping up just before then. I'm not planning a long one today. I kind of thought I might do a long one, like when I was first waking up this morning, thinking, oh, I could do maybe a really long one this day. But then, yeah, just the negative stuff happened, and I couldn't drag myself to get started that early. So I do apologise, Gracie. What's Joseph? I've seen many down south. Can show support. Oh, see you, Jojo. Sorry if I've missed you. But yeah, sweet dreams. Hey, Mr. Cat. Yes, I'm good. How about you? We got a modded message. Um, got a high mole. Yeah, you doing well, Cat? So I got off a big old ramble then, and forgot to interact with the chat a little bit. I could tell it was gonna be one of them days today where I'm not gonna be able to stay focused very much. Yeah, too much stuff going around in the old noggin. It happens though. It happens. Ah dear. Oh, I've closed that down too much, haven't I now? Oh, and it's also separated out a little bit. Let's have a tinker with the fire while I wait for the chat to liven back up. Got a little bit of this log here, and then that should do it. Yeah, I figure this will easily last until Lucas turns up with his wood. We'll get some of that dried out on the top, and then we'll we'll probably burn some of the stuff he brings. I finished off what he gave me yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Yeah, and then I did a little bit extra long burn using some of the stuff I chopped down over at Stopfold, which worked really well. That wood is good. It's quite dry. Wow, we jumped up numbers. We've got a lot of new people in. Say hi if you're new, and let me know where you're from, and hit that sub button too. You still got a cough. Wow, that is persistent, Mr. Cat. Yeah, mine's mostly gone. I've got a slight sort of croakiness to the throat still, but I'm definitely still getting a little bit out, but I'm mostly sorted now. I reckon another day or two. Might even clear it off if I have a steam or something like that. So I might jump in the steam room later, or if not later, actually not later, maybe tomorrow though. Might jump in the steam room, have a little bit of a chill day. Definitely need to do some figuring out about what I'm going to do for getting the Christmas deck sorted, because that's the job to do when the boys turn up. So they'll be with us on the live stream on Sunday, and we'll probably just do like a standard games night type thing on that one. But then on Monday, me and the boys will probably like head out, try to grab all the stuff we need to do our Christmas decks. We'll probably go to like Poundland, grab a load of materials, maybe some other shops as well. We might go out and have a look around some charity shops. I haven't been shopping with the boys for a long time, and I think like that might be a nice thing to just go around the shops with them. And I might see if I can't sneak a few presents without them seeing, like buy a few and get them in the old shopping bag as well. But we'll see how we go. Yeah, got to figure out what I can get them this year. And then, yeah, I'll probably order some stuff online too. Might get some new games for me and them. So any suggestions for good games that we can do on stream that the boys might enjoy, put them in the comments of this video, and I'll keep a track on that. Who'll be with me on Christmas Day? That's a good question. So it'll be just me at the start. I'm going to try to go for a late afternoon start time for the stream on Christmas Day. And then the boys will be joining by 6 o'clock. Their mum has told me it'll be by 6 o'clock latest. And yeah, when they join, we'll do a little bit of gift opening. We'll have a little bit of food. We'll do probably some crackers, and we'll do just some games, and yeah, just some proper Christmas sort of fun, whatnot. Yeah, we'll just go for like a reasonable amount of time, not too long, because the boys will need to get to bed at a reasonable time. My parents have like all of my brother and sisters sort of clans basically turn up on Boxing Day morning. They don't do it as though as they used to, which is good, but we do still need to actually get up and go in with everybody else. We don't want everyone giving us grief for being the last people there and having everybody wait to go in and get the presents. But it's a much smaller thing these days. Hi Emmy, good to see you. How you doing? Now you disappeared off before I could ask you yesterday. I'm sure because you were talking about how your Christmas is on the 24th. Do I remember that you said something about how you were having some kind of like advent calendar thing, but it was going to be little presents rather than anything else in it, or something like that? Was that you? I can't quite remember. We got oh, it's don't tell me. It's it's yeah. Why is it so hard to remember your name? Because it's because you got the rose bit, but I know it doesn't start with because it's something. Oh, Susanna, is that right? Susanna. I think I've remembered it. Yes, I've got it. I've remembered Susanna this time. Hi, Susanna. How are you doing? Glad to have you back in. It's you're from Brazil, is it? Am I remembering that right, Susanna? I always try to remember what I can of people when they join into the streams because it's so hard. There's too many people sometimes to remember everything. But every now and then I manage to go, yes, I've got somebody's name and their country right. Oh dear, there were so many that I've remembered over times, but they sort of come and go. So we had Taff, who did change their name to something else, and they were from. I think they were from Myanmar or something like that, and that was really cool. But we haven't seen them for ages. But mostly we get people from the UK in here. It's mostly that, but we do get a fairly global following sometimes. So Susanna, I guess because if you're in Brazil, I assume you grew up there. From what I understand, the main language there is Portuguese, but you also speak Spanish and some English in there and stuff. So I'm guessing you're good with English if you can understand a word that I'm saying. But I guess is your sort of main language, is that Portuguese? Oh, Big Boss is in. Hi, Big Boss. Good to see you. We're getting some of the family in. This is nice. We don't always get a full sort of family gathering too quickly in these things. And it'll have to be quick tonight if we're going to get any family in because I'm not doing a long one. I've got my friend Lucas coming at 15:15. So, you've just lived there for 28 years. Is that what you're saying, Susanna? How are you doing, Big Boss? And how are you, Susanna? I haven't really asked because I got so involved with trying to remember your name and where you're from. But how are you? Hope you're well. Glad to hear it, Big Boss. Glad to hear it. What you guys all been up to today then? I've been chatting on about my day, and yeah, I'm quite excited, Mr. Cat. I don't know if you were in when I said, but I have figured out what I think is going to be the new name for my channel, and I'm really pleased with it. It even immediately came with what the logo should be and everything. So yeah, I'm kind of really like a bit excited about it actually. It just came to me, I was like, that's the one. That is absolutely the one. Yeah, but I'm not 100% because I also know what the kind of videos I want to be doing are, and I'm starting to think about how I would do those videos and whether I can do them. Like, you know, is it within my abilities or close enough that I could manage it? Because I can't just go, oh, I'm going to make the best animated like videos in the world, because I'm not going to be able to, because I don't know how to do animation. And while I know that's possible, if I had like several years of like you know, working it out and learning, but I don't have several years to learn something like that. I'm like, you know, I need to get straight into something. So I've been trying to think, how would I do the videos that I want to do? And I have, I think, come up with what I think is going to be like the way that I would do my videos and what kind of things I want to do. Yeah, I'm good, Susanna. I'm good. It's been a mixed bag day today, but I'm feeling better now that I'm on the stream chatting to people. I've got to say, it always cheers me up to chat to you guys. Here's every language that the Brazilians speak, says Mr. Oh, Mr. Cat's dropping me the facts. I'll be honest. I was asking Susanna, Mr. Cat, but you go ahead. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Wow. So are you saying, Susanna, are you saying that you weren't born there then? Did you move there? And if so, where did you move from? If you don't mind me asking. You and your Copilot stuff, Mr. Cat, I tell you, I don't even know what that is. I've never even tried this thing, whatever this Copilot is. I'm guessing it's some kind of like, is it like an alternative to Chat GPT or something like that? because I've not done that either, to be fair. I've completely ignored all this new stuff. I feel like an old man sometimes now. When I was younger, if there was something new, I'd have been trying it out immediately. But these days, I'm like, I can't be bothered right now. Got too much other stuff going on. Oh dear. Paul used to go on and on at me about it, how I should be using AI for my channel, and I was like, oh God, I don't know, because he used it for a lot of stuff. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, okay, I gotcha. I think so. Um, so no, are you? Yeah, you are from Brazil, then you did go up there. Fair play. My favourite ASM artist is Brazilian. She's she's on my list of my subscription list, because I have mine public. I know that not everyone does, but I have mine public so people can see who I subscribe to on the channel. And yeah, I'm subscribed to on my sort of channel I have that I watch from. My just like, you know, the kind of channel where you don't have any subscribers or any videos, that sort of thing. But I thought I'd put her on this one just because she is amazing. She's very good, and yeah, it's something about that whole the accent for people who have like that multilingual kind of accent. It's really cool because she can speak Portuguese, Spanish, and English at least. I don't know if she does any others, but she's done sort of ASMR videos in all three of those languages. So I figure she has all them three down. But, oh, you got a bit of Italian down as well. Wow. Now that's going to be a pretty cool. You have to have a pretty cool accent as well. Then, if you can do English, Spanish, and Italian, that's really cool. It's 7 o'clock there, so what? About 3 hours behind us, I guess. Then it's not that bad. Then I guess because I always think about America being like really far to the west from us, but actually the bottom bit kind of and you South Africans, you're actually, so it comes back quite far this way, and you're not that far away once you get to Brazil. I guess Brazil's quite wide, and you might have do you have more than one time zone in Brazil? Because it is quite wide, so maybe you have two or three. But I guess the one where you're like quite far over towards the east of it, like the east coast of Brazil, I guess that's probably not that far behind the UK. 3 hours could well be the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whereabouts in Brazil you are and whether it has more than one time zone, but you can educate us if you feel like doing so. Mr. Cat's off. See you, Mr. Cat. Cheers for joining us. I love how you always have the exclamation mark. It's like it makes me think of the weather warnings and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to rename the channel to, Mr. Cat. It's a surprise. I'm going to get it all set up and do it all and get all the logos sorted and everything, and then I actually make the change. I even know what I want my intro video to be, because I want to do a proper intro video for the channel. And I think that, like, yeah, there's like and then there's going to be a full. And what I'll do is I might like get 2 or 3 videos along that sort of line of thing that we want to be putting out. I want to get at least a couple, but maybe 3, all ready to go, so I can sort of drop them in a straight line, so to speak, like in very quick order, and then yeah, kind of like shift the channel. I considered about just starting a new channel and keeping this one just for like live streaming and camping stuff, but I honestly I want to sort of just focus on one thing. I don't think doing 2. You like scorpions? I'm a Scorpio, I can tell you that much. But I've never actually seen a real scorpion in life. They look cool, I'll give you that much. But why do you ask? Why the interest in scorpions? Out of curiosity. My little fire's going down again. Let's move that there. There we go. Lovely jumps. Well, we have a king of some kind in. Hi, King. How you doing? Hi, King. We're doing no hiking today. Ah, dear. Ah, Beth's in. Hi, Beth. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's a late one, I know. Sorry if I worried you. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Queen Freddie Mercury. Is that a question? I don't know what you're saying or asking, Susanna. Are you just saying random things to me now? Sometimes we have people do this from other countries. They say random English things to me, and I'm like, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. The context doesn't quite cross over. Oh dear. We've got Yarrow Leaf asking, "Are you in a camper van?" I am indeed. It's a self-converted camper van. So it was originally a Luton Box van, and this is now my home, and has been for the best part of 5 years. Oh, you love Queen? Okay, yeah. It's one of my mum's favourite bands, and I used to listen to it a lot when I was little. Don't listen to much Queen anymore, to be fair. I kind of follow a lot more modern music these days. Uh, Yeah, sorry to hear that, Beth. I got to admit, I've had a bit of a mixed bag day. I was telling everyone earlier. I think everyone who I was telling has basically left at this point. So I can. Well, I don't know. Spark is probably still hanging around, but probably only paying half attention. Hi, Kit. So I'll tell you about my day, Beth, and then if you like, you can tell me about yours too. I would like to hear about your day if you feel like sharing. Mine started off good. I weighed myself as I do periodically to see how I'm doing with my dieting, and for the first time I can remember, I'm below 15 stone, which is a really big milestone, and I'm really happy with that, and it made me feel really good. Um, but then, yeah, I had to have an interaction with my parents, which is not fun ever, and yeah, that left me feeling a little bit not very sort of in a good frame of mind for the rest of the day. But got my work done, was trying to focus on some things, and managed somehow to pull out in my head what I want my channel name to be, and have done some proper mental sort of forward progress on what I want to do with the channel, which is pretty cool. Um, but then, yeah, a couple of other interactions today, and it's left me feeling a little bit rubbishy as well. Which is why this is a bit late. I meant to start so much earlier, but I kind of felt a bit burnt out, so I kind of just crashed out after the dinner, and had a little kip, and then woke up and just took ages to kind of pull myself together enough to get started. But tell me about your day. I want to hear about it. How you doing? How you doing, Kit? You going to tell us today? uh, yeah, you're all right, Spark. I know you're always here, but just distracted. I always appreciate the sport anyway. Um, well, I said it's not always. Sometimes you're very engaged. I think it depends what we're doing, and I get that. I never expect anyone to turn up every day because, like, sometimes it's a bit the same old, and you don't always want to come and see me. You've got other things to do. Bit like, it's lovely to see Noah when I see Noah, but I don't expect him to come and play games with me every evening. He's got his own life to lead, so yeah, we all do our own things and then come together when we can, and yeah, that's the whole kind of way this is supposed to be. This is great. Human's in. Hi, human. How you doing? I wish it was just people that annoyed me, human. I really honestly do. Unfortunately, it's worse than just being annoyed, if I'm honest. Um, Beth says, "Oh, thank you, Beth. Appreciate your positive energy. I will send you back lots of love too." Yeah, it's just one of those things like interacting with my parents, and then they do stuff where it's just that reminder that they don't give an absolute damn about anything really. Just very selfish kind of stuff, and yeah, just a bit of an aggravation. I can go into detail about it if in terms of what happened today if you like, but it's absolutely boring nonsense probably to any of you guys. I'll be telling Noah about it, and Noah will be all like, "Oh yeah, it's typical your parents really." Um, but yeah, I mean, some of us just have really bad parents. You can't do much about it. You don't get to choose the family born with. You only get to pick the family that you hang about with, so to speak. Um, um, cheers, human. Love you back. I do. Um, although I don't do you, is human. I keep calling you human because obviously your handle is human commenting. Do you actually have a proper name, or is human how we're sticking with that? I'm sure I've probably asked you this at some point, and I don't know if you answered, but the Blue Nose Biker. That's a cool name. Let's read what this person. My parents are like that, mate. They never bother with me or my kids. Hurts sometimes, but then again, I've got my own family, so that's all that matters. Shame, but hey ho. You seem like a nice bloke. Thank you very much, Blue Nose. We'll call you Blue Nose. I like that. The Blue Nose Hot Biker. That's a brilliant name. That's top notch. Yeah, yeah. We some of us have just rubbishy parents. I mean, to be honest, it's just they're human. People forget sometimes parents are humans, and sometimes humans are just a bit self-absorbed or a bit selfish. Um, I will be honest, my parents like absolutely stuffed it up as parents go. Um, I, there were worse parents out there for sure, absolutely. But yeah, they stuff things up, and it's the sort of thing as you get older, you realise that your parents aren't heroes, as some of the lyrics of some songs and that would say. Um, but you're right, it still hurts when there's that bit of you that could just really do with somebody who is there to support you, have your back a little bit, um, and doesn't need to just basically treat you like that. And yeah, the people who should be doing that for you are not doing it. And yeah, at this time in my life, I don't have a lot of people to. Well, I don't have like I have my friends, but I'm not. I'm like. So it's one of these things. I see some stuff online about like, oh, this is like a the crux that men have to bear. But I'll be honest, I don't know if it's a universally man thing. I think this is like a thing that like anybody can feel. Um, it's not a gender thing at all. But sometimes people just don't have people in their lives that they can lean on. I think Beth might know what I'm talking about here a little bit. In that you just don't, you feel like people are leaning on you, and you don't want to lean on other people. Yeah, it's definitely something that I was taught as a child, was not to bring up my issues with other people, not to lean on them, not to rely on anybody else to help me. But yet that's how I deal with other people. Is I help them all the time, and there's that bit of me that wishes that like other people would get that the other people in my life would understand that, just because I'm not screaming out for help, it doesn't mean that I don't need some help. And I don't wait for my friends to scream out that they need help. If I sense there might even be a little bit of a need, I'll reach out. And it's one of those things where I do feel like my parents basically are useless at that, and I don't think they have it even occurs to them. Um, and there was many years that it could have well have affected me, where I maybe felt that I wasn't deserving of that level of love and support. But that thankfully isn't something I deal with these days. But it doesn't make it any less painful, I guess, to know that the people that should be there for you aren't there for you, regardless of whether you deserve it or not. The fact that they're just not there is still a bit rubbish. But yeah. So what we've got here. Oh, Max is your name. You have told me that before. Sorry, human. I'm going to try and remember that now, Max. Because I will say, I'm sure you're one of the ones who jumped on Emmy's short and did a little comment for her and all that. I remember Obi-Wan's because he did the Yoda thing, which is really cool. But I really appreciate everyone jumping on that. That was really good. I think that did change Emmy's sort of situation a little bit, which I felt quite proud of, that we could all help her and get her sort of feeling a bit better about whatever was going on. Saying, got up ready for work, and during my break I went to Next, grabbed Christmas jumpers for me and my dad, had £84. Whoa, 84 quid for a couple of jumpers. Jeez, do you need me to call the police? I'll call the police right now and send them round to where was it? Next. Jeez. There's some thieves at Next. Obviously, they're behind the tills. Go get them. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, at least you're home now, and at least you're with us, Beth, and it's nice to have you here. I will say, it's always nice chatting with you, Beth. Max saying the thing I lean on is 60 milligrams of Prozac. I tell you, I was thinking about this today. I'm not the kind of person to use medication unless absolutely necessary. And I remember seeing a post recently. It was a little while ago. I don't know, couple of weeks maybe. Yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I don't know. And it was just like a short, and somebody just making a point, and it was some funny kind of like little skit kind of animation, but the point of it was they had some text that was saying, who else is out here like raw dogging their depression or whatever, and I was like, damn. I know what that feels like, where it's like no meds, just absolutely like um just doing it all just through sheer willpower and figuring it out yourself. And I don't know. I would never say to anybody, don't take medication if you need it. But at the same time, like personally, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Blue Nose saying wise words, great way of looking at things. We're all human and we've all got stuff going on. You say it's not a gender thing, but there's a reason why statistically. Well, yeah, statistically, I guess maybe there's more men who deal with it than women, but that doesn't mean to say there's not women out there who don't deal with that. It's definitely an individual thing. I think there's something else that's going to be a topic of a video at some point, is generalizing. Like people generalize things all the time because like they feel like, you know, somehow that makes any sense or difference, and it doesn't really. Like if there was 100 like men dealing with something and just 2 women dealing with it, it doesn't mean that them 2 women are having any less of a difficult time with it than the 100 men. And if anything, they're in a more unique situation. Less people they can maybe go and talk to about it. I think that's one of the insidious things about this though. The whole kind of like not wanting to lean on others means not only will you not go and seek support from the people you know, but like seeking it from the other guys who are struggling with the same thing. Can you imagine that? That's not a thing. Whereas if you've got like, you know, if you're dealing with something maybe like, you know, loss of a loved one or something like that, you could maybe go and talk to somebody else who's had a loss of a loved one, and you can connect and talk to each other about that. Maybe you've like had an addiction problem, you can go to an like an AA meeting or something. But I don't know if there's anything out there to help people who are just dealing with the fact that they don't have any support, like emotional support in their life, and they feel like they can't ask anyone for emotional support because it's a really like that's not how it rolls. And I think this is this is one of the struggles that I dealt with a friend of mine who's no longer with us, who and most of you probably know what I'm talking about, is the thing that we shared together is and talked about a lot is we didn't really get into the nitty gritty of it, but I know from talking to other people about it that that's the dark side of it, is that you don't reach out and talk to people about it, and yeah, it's like and you literally mentally just can't do that, and there's quite a few issues there, like mental health issues, where the worst part of it is that you just can't actually go and seek help for it, because that's part of the problem. It's like a catch-22 situation. I think we're going to have to wrap this up. I can hear some movement outside, and I think my friend might turn up any second because it's gone 15:15. So let me just get through the chat quickly. We've got a modded message. I mean, I can't comment on the stats of who does more or less self-harm, Blue Nose, but you could well be right. Beth says, same here. I really can't stand my mum. Husband's such a horrible couple. No idea why he's still with him, but I guess birds of a feather flock together. Very true, Beth. Very true. One second, Lucas. I don't know if you can hear me. Right, Lucas is here, and I've got to literally. I've got Suzanne asking, am I married? No, I am divorced. So that answers that question quickly. Yeah, I've got 2 kids. Susanna. Yeah, mate. Oh, I can't show that one. I can't show that one, Max, but I can see it about your mate. Yeah, not great at all. That sort of thing. Uh, right, that's it. I've got to the back end of it, so I couldn't talk to you more, Beth. But if you want to chat with me in the comments again, I'll be free a bit later after Lucas is gone. Love you all. Thanks very much for coming by, and as always, have fun.